southbound. Westbound through the lot. Towards Penn. Yeah, go around.
Yeah, good morning.
Coming out to Penn. Orange shorts, white shoes, black male, backpack. South of Penn. Loop back around for the parking lot. Coming out on 7-6. Stop! Police, you're under arrest! Stop right there! Stop! Stop! Stop!
Ladies and gentlemen, Twice Yearly Prep is here.
I'm shot! I'm shot! I'm shot! I'm shot! Get back, get back! I'm shot! Get down! Tourniquet, tourniquet! Got you, Mario. Tourniquet! Got you. Hold him, hold him! Tourniquet, tourniquet, tourniquet! Anything! Stay there! Just stay there! 2525, I'm shot! I got those two. Where you hit? Arm? Right arm. Got you. Coming out on 7-6. Stop! Stop! What? Stop! Go! Let's see your hands, hands, hands! Stop! You gotta go! Shots fired, officer down. Start medics. Where are you, Mario? Get back, get back. Hey, hold him, hold him. Mario, get down. I got you.
Someone in class was just making an interesting comment. It seems it happens oftentimes. Sometimes we'll be watching similar experiences or events, so to speak, and people will bring up, just to say, it's amazing what some people have to deal with, the danger, the unknown, and how a lot of those dangers could be lessened through simple education, training, awareness. Right, that stuff that people were pushing for to be put in the public schools, and instead they pushed for the prescription drugs to be put out. Go back to 2008 and see what they did. The Maine Parent Federation here made us so fucking sick. It was hard for us not to throw up right in the room. It was really bad. It literally made us sick, no joke. All right, and my face makes you sick? Okay. Well, that's just the immaturity. That's normal. That's the kind of stuff, people say that stuff all the time, personal insults. About as useful as a doorstop. These are the kind of cheap shots those little pansies and pussies got brought up to take at each other to get attention in their little media outlets. Yeah, it's fucking drama, stupid, inquirer bullshit everywhere you look when it comes to a lot of those loops and groups. Right, and can you hear the tone sometimes? The tone, the language, profanity, it comes out. And it's not as though we're not in control of that. If we were in a public setting or speaking, say in a class that were in a public setting with people in the room, kind of like now, we would still do the same thing, wouldn't we? Yeah, exactly. Glad you've been paying attention. Oh yeah, and do you remember some of those classes? People would get pissed off sometimes. Yeah, we had moderators and everything. Sometimes we were the moderators. Sometimes we were one of the audience members. Sometimes we were a patient. Sometimes we were required to be there. Sometimes we were not. Yeah, this is all late 90s, early 2000s with a lot of those. Yeah, we were put on the programs when we were 18. Yet neither side liked us. No. Well, no, I mean, see, the druggies and morons and idiots we were surrounded by growing up didn't like us because we didn't do their drugs or want to peddle them. And yeah, we were just fat retards, right? Yeah, and then the psychos and people in the state departments who had tried getting my parents to medicate me when I was younger for my OCD, and they were already up in an uproar about the child molesters and drug trafficking, so I mean, that was just really sprinkles on top of a lot of bullshit, huh? No, just when you think about it, and from perspectives like this, you know, when you see what people ignore and report on, it doesn't make any sense to us personally as human beings. Unless you're just a totally dehumanized piece of shit, then it makes sense. So then we're like, oh, okay. So all we can do is accept and love and be forgiving because people are selfish, greedy pieces of shit. And you got to protect yourself from that the best you can. And if you get caught up, it's not fair for you to take that out on others. You got to deal with it the best you can. As you can see, that's what we're doing here. That pisses off a lot of people that we've been exposing what they've been doing, but as you can see, many have already gotten away with it. They've moved on. They're laughing at you from other states and countries. Yeah, they think it's cool, their little watchdog parties. Look at the Andrew Tate stuff. Remember back between 2008 and 2013 here? Right, we told you. Alex Jones, David Wilcock. Think about it. Right, so we have a lot of nasty fucks around us and always have who don't like us because we don't go along with their drug trafficking and nasty fucking crimes. I know, when we say anything, we're just retards. We don't know what we're talking about. We don't remember right. Shh, she's sick. She doesn't feel good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you have the people in the systems. They just, right, I mean, think about it. Really think about it. Going back and what they've been doing. I know. Mm-hmm. I know. I know. See, you get people that they know and they're going off about all these facts. I know. 2013, dude. 2013, we were done wasting our breath on that shit. You can take your fucking vaccines and shove them up your ass. Your SSRIs, your food dyes, your stem cells, your Botox, your bioweapons, your Lyme disease. You can take it all and shove it right the fuck up your ass. COVID, hot dogs. Jam it all up that nasty fucking lying asshole of yours. Two-lip bitch. Yeah, this has gone on for years here with these nasty fucking people lying, playing victim. As you can see, if you go back and you see what they've been doing while all this has been happening. So 2013, the concerns and what was known about the child and animal abuse and pornography being fed out to these groups was already well known. And the fucking sicko psycho they're protecting with my children, as you can see, and a lot of good investigators and people can see how the people here were tricked and fooled, and how they're also just nasty fucking selfish, greedy, stupid, horrible people that have a lot of childish beliefs. Maybe they've come to their senses about some of those things, like with the ghosts and the aliens. Why'd the private investigator shoot himself in 2009? Yeah, what happened with the little boy in the tub, the sick fuck beat up, that you all want to protect, who has my children, who can't talk and tell you the abuse they're going through? They were vaccine injured in 2013. Why? What the doctors in 2006 tell them? I know, see how they want to ignore all that? Like it's conspiracy, when it's exactly what makes fucking sense, and it actually dissolves a lot of the confusion? Right, so anybody here in Augusta, Maine, or in the goddamn fucking country, have any goddamn sense to report on these things? We're right here in Augusta, Maine. My name's Mary Beth Karen Saunier. I was born 123, 1982. Sick fuck next door with my children, Michael Scott Garand, born 622, 1984, who has custody of my children. The child and animal pornography has already been made. My youngest two. My oldest two are on this side with me and my parents. Yeah, my youngest two are right through the door up the hallway. I haven't seen them in years. Yeah, this is really fucked up with what's been going on here. I see them out the window every once in a great while, you know. Yeah, these people are fucked. The state workers, some of the people at Child Protective Services, Crisis and Counseling, many of them have already moved on and gotten other jobs. And they need witness protection because the cartel family is yelling and upset. She thinks that we're protecting child molesters and druggies. You are, you fucking nasty cunts. We need protection. Shut the fuck up. You nasty fucks. People within and out of these systems around here have been so fucked for years. We got a lot of good people, too, that are aware. Only they can't speak like us. They got to know in silence. That has to be harder. If we couldn't get this out and release our emotions, yeah, fuck that. But thank goodness that we can, you know, if we had to, if that were our job, and we had to do that, it's no problem. We do it all the time. Yeah, what's your fucking problem? When we're in these classes and we're expressing ourselves as dead mothers whose children are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles, and we've been dealing with these sick, fucking nasty people our whole lives, it's amazing that we have survived what we survived through. We were put on the programs in the year 2000 when we were 18 for a reason. We're very well aware of these targeting loops and groups, marketing scams and schemes and fundraising. We're very well versed with all of it, believe me. We've been part of a lot of investigations and shutdowns, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, just when you go back to that time frame, is it a coincidence that all three places I worked for within a 6 to 8 month period all got shut down? For what? It's all documented. People know what we're talking about. And they're all connected to these fucking slugs and marketers and shit we're talking about. And I know many of them are good people. They're good people just enjoying life, becoming enlightened. Everyone has their problems. They all have an excuse. Mommy was a slut. Daddy didn't hug him enough. Whatever the fuck it was. They all have an excuse as to why they're fucking piss-offs. And I could give two fucking shits. We're just trying to help the public understand these punks are making child and animal pornography. It's already been done. It's already been fed out on the microchips. We told you when it was happening. You could watch it. Go back and see it in slow motion. We put out the things and we put out a post telling you exactly how the fuck they were doing it. And how some of the people transporting didn't even know the microchips were put in their dogs. They just think they're cool drug traffickers. Or going on vacation. Huh? You want to see the sights and find some treasure? Hopefully. We sure hope so. So people understanding these things and how it's already happened and how that abuse on those microchips gets fed to a lot of your activist friends, many of you know, connected to your news stations, huh? Investigators, journalists, independent contractors. Right, I know. And then when you see the ones who seem to care more about the drugs and the dogs than they do the kids, huh? You sick fucks. Right, and the drugs and the dogs, that's what it's all about, huh? They're rescuing animals. They're opening up these big animal sanctuaries. Right, and if you say anything, people act like you're being mean. And it's like, you know how many of those animals they're killing? You're using for different things? How's your Botox and stem cells? Are you sure it's human, though? You want to make sure it's human, you sick fuck? What the hell is the matter with you people? Why would you inject that shit into you? So let's go ahead and educate people. Wow. Well, some of them are so injured from all the drugs and fighting and fucking they do that they need it. Right, remember too a couple of those pig farms? I know, you try to expose just a couple for some of the sick shit they're doing and see how they get all those little woke mobs on you. You know what that's all about, right, Jordan Peterson? They try to get you to say racist or womanizing things, and it's just so stressful. Yeah, well, you know what they do at this level? It's a lot different, and I know you guys don't like to look at it. It's all victim, victim. This is what they did to me. You want to wake the fuck up and report what these sick fucks are doing? Or you want to try seeing how that all meat diet works for you again? Anyways, you can naturally support your body's stem cell production and healing by engaging in regular exercise like cardio and resistance training, maintaining consistent sleep schedules. You know them in their sleep, the lifestyles they have to live so they can work. Like cardio and resistance training, maintaining consistent sleep schedules, practicing intermittent fasting, and eating an antioxidant-rich diet containing omega-3 fatty acids and cruciferous vegetables. My crucifix vegetables. Right. I know, and I remember saying things like, you mentioned the fasting. Oh, they're going to starve the kids. Yeah, they're going to make you eat maggots. Sick fucks. These lifestyle choices act as stem cell activators, encouraging your bone marrow to mobilize cells into the bloodstream where they can repair tissues. Well, as we said, not only, they're damaged. They have bad sleep because they gotta work. Yeah, and, all that fucking and fighting and the drugs. So they might need some stem cells. And then they're going to tell you, look how great I feel. It's incredible. They're selling product, dude, from Botox to stem cells. What was it before that? Adrenochrome. Yeah, people need to wake the fuck up. I can't believe how people like Alex Jones and others have been putting on these fucking shows and spectacles and keeping their big audiences going, huh? Good job, guys. You're real professionals. I mean, you've impressed us all, for sure. Wow. Yeah, they're going to starve the kids. What's that? Oh, someone was just mentioning back to what we were watching before. Oh, yeah, because someone was making a comment. We were watching this. Yeah, we were watching this. So someone had mentioned in one of the classes, what these people go through. Just in general, too. You don't have to wear a badge to be in a dangerous situation and out in those environments. Right, and there's a lot of people in those communities and environments who depend on our systems. like that. Right, I mean, people could just take matters into their own hands, right? Enough people have guns. We just run out, shoot them, call the meat wagon, take care of business on our own. We don't call the police. Right, and isn't it interesting? Some of those sick slugs and people, Pelosi, all those activists. I know, you try to just acknowledge the situation for what it is. Have some gratitude for the systems that be. Some kind of, empathy and gratitude for the officers, something. But no, these people go right to gun control. If they had listened to us about gun control, maybe it wouldn't be enough. They're fucking psycho. They're fucking psycho people that are all money driven by these programs that have been fucking our public school systems and healthcare systems and people for years. Any of you want to report on that? China's making nuclear propulsion weapons. Trump's fucking the kids. It's so stupid. It's actually so stupid and immature. It's amazing. It's amazing these people haven't been ordered and mandated to wear permanent fucking muzzles. Don't worry, we'll put a fucking breath hole. I'll go get more water. I am sucking it through a straw. You heard that, huh? Yeah, I sure hope so. I really hope so. That's the goal here. Well, that's what we've been telling them since they yo, to try to prevent them from doing it at all, but they've been carrying on, and we've been watching like both sides act like little fucking pathetic pieces of shit for years. Yeah, don't even get me started on the third party. Wow. You're dealing with a whole other level of nasty, entitled yuck. But yes, thank you. That's really what they wanted to reiterate on. And they noticed that oftentimes that the youngsters that get peddled this stuff, go right to the same stuff with, the gun control. Right, they totally miss. Like, don't even acknowledge what we're watching. No one said anything about gun control. Right, there's respect and gratitude for the police, empathy for what he's going through. Thank goodness he didn't get killed, only shot. Right, and then there's also some people put themselves into the position of that shooter. Right, horrible motherfucker that just shot at an officer for no reason, running from the police. Right, well, he may have had a reason, right? He didn't want to go to jail. He had a reason. Oh, okay. Silly me. He didn't want to go to jail. Huh. Right, so I don't know what it was he did to get him to that point, but some people will put them into that kind of position. They're playing that role. I know, you wonder if you could go back. Who was that person? Where did they grow up? Who were their parents? What made them that way? What could have been done differently? I know, and over again, we usually get the same. That's why some of us are just like, hey, basic human functioning and education in the public school systems, common sense? No? Okay. Keep pushing the SSRIs on them, you sick fucks. This went on for years. It's already done. And I'm not sure how people aren't really speaking out more on that and doing what they can to expose these networks that have been feeding the child and animal pornography to all these networks and investigators that have been very busy and getting paid good money to do these investigations and chase around all the watchers. And these pugs, it's a business. They're feeding it out like crazy. Right, Florida? Got a lot of good people down there, don't you? Yeah, we got a lot of good people up here, too. Got a lot of sickos down there, don't you? Sick motherfucking druggy pieces of shit, huh? Yeah, we got those up here, too. Right, so we're concerned about the ones that are fucking the kids who pass around and transport those microchips you're all concerned about. I know you're so busy getting all the watchers and the people passing that shit around on the street for $100 a microchip. Are you fucking kidding me? National news stations, local news stations, you want to fucking report on this? My name's Mary. We're at the Governor Hill Mansion in Augusta, Maine. Don't worry about bringing me any attention. You wouldn't want to risk giving a spoiled, big-mouthed brat any attention. Anyways, I really hope the proper authorities here bypass these sick fucking citizens that have been protecting these punks. I know, and as you can see, people are depending on that for other things. They have all these other business deals, political bullshit. Get the bully, the non-vaxxer, the Karen. Right, when people were trying to show what that was all about, the Karens, get the Karens. Back, if you go back 2011-10, before that term was even popularized, you'll see we were telling you. I know. Remember the homeless guy on the street? Oh, he told me he used to be in the military. He was talking about Big Bird, showing me his kicks. I had to dodge one of his steel-toed boot kicks. He wasn't kicking at me. He was trying to show me, but maybe his depth perception was a little off, and I had to step back. Jesus. Yeah, he said that his sergeant told him they got to get everybody with a certain last name. I know, so just, you ask questions. That's interesting. What's this all about? And then, shortly after that, do you remember? All of a sudden, right, so many things get ignored, and then it's, they got microchips in people's heads. Remember when that spiked a little bit? Right, so before all that, if you go back to the 2011 and 12, when you see we were bringing attention to some of the targeting of people with certain last names, and how a lot of the younger kids, creators, computer junkies, and greedy, nasty, entitled, spoiled brat pieces of shit think it's okay to fuck with people because they're on a list. Yeah, I know, we told you. And we told you we're on that list for a reason. We're a big fucking worm, dude. Come and get us. We're watching everything very closely. They have pretty much my whole life. I was 4 years old. Even before I came out of the womb, if you really think about it. Yeah, so if you go back, that would have been, and then 2014, 15. Think about, my uncle who has the last name Karen. Remember, he's like, these drug dealers from New York want to kill me. I wouldn't have a heroin problem if my daughter didn't. You fucking kidding me? Dude, I remember you having a drug problem before she was even born. Really? You want to blame it on your kid? The other one just died of an overdose in the bathroom. It's funny, huh? I know, you got problems. You miss your wife. What happened to her? Dead. Overdose. She died in a closet. Drunk on Valium. Mm-hmm. Oh, she had good excuse, huh? Yeah, she grew up military family. Starboard something. Jamaican maid that used to be mean to her or something. I don't know. Mom said she was real mean to her. Nothing against Jamaicans. No, I'm just saying. Shotty. Right. You can take offense or call it a racist statement if you want. I was just saying. I know. You jump on anything you can with people like me, I know. It licked its lips. It's lying. None of it's true. Yeah, they're psychotic people, dude. But yeah, that's what the whole Karen thing was about. And then when some of us nicely tried to bring attention to that, like, hey, we got fucking idiots here bringing heat from these drug dealers from New York. Thinks they're gonna kill him. Yeah, he's fucked up. Right, and then you got these fucking idiots saying they're from the military. They're homeless fucking idiots. Saying, like, their Sarge told them to get everybody with the last name Karen. I don't say do anything. I'm just FYI. Helps to understand some of the rhetoric. Right, and then that all kind of got squashed. And then all of a sudden the term Karen got popularized for what? People with colored hair and septum rings and Okay. Right. So hopefully people are growing the fuck up, waking the fuck up, and doing what they can to help report on the facts. The child and animal pornography and abuse videos these punks feed out to you activist groups, all your sponsors. Save the dogs and the drugs, fuck the kids, right? Is that your motto? Motherfucking pieces of shit. Any other questions, comments, or concerns or suggestions as to how we can help these kids without breaking the law? Right, so yeah, the radicals and people who really do care, they're trying to help people. They get them spiking stuff on both sides. Yeah, insane, huh? Yeah, a lot of innocent people get killed. Examples being made. I know, we're not eliminated from... Yeah, we're just as much as susceptible to that as anybody else. Well, yeah, you know, depending. Some people are less susceptible. Why is that? Interesting. Well, see, wouldn't it, right, that would make sense to put that kind of education and stuff and programs, and they showed how much cheaper it was than what they wanted to do. Right, when you look at the numbers, just the daily numbers on what gets paid out to prescribe people anti-anxiety medications, pumping our children full of these things too. So sad. Right, so when you show them the numbers, look at the difference. This much is going to go to pay out for all these drugs. And this much, just a fraction of the cost, we could do all that good and eliminate all the medical problems they're going to get from those drugs. So listen, to the other people listening, they're looking at all that, those numbers getting paid out for the prescription drugs. They're hearing cha-ching, cha-ching. Yeah, that's our profit. What are you talking about? All that money that's getting paid. We're not paying that money. We make money on that. That's right. So if that number's bigger, we're going to go with that one. That fraction of the, we don't make any money off of that fraction of the cost shit. We don't make any money off. I know it'd be better for the kids, but we don't make any money off of any of that. Fuck that. So even though it's a lot more expensive, both mentally, physically, and monetarily, those people make a lot more money if they go with a prescription drug plan. And then all those medical problems, more cha-ching for them. And then, yeah, the mental problems and people that are going to wind up in jail and mental institutions, again, cha-ching for those sick fucks. All of it, all of that is cha-ching for them. And what would make sense and be at a fraction of the cost and be way more better for all of humanity doesn't cha-ching to them. That's like, they don't like that. They're nasty, fucking, horrible, evil people. What the fuck don't you get about that? Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Suggestions as to how we can get the facts reported on here? Anybody? Okay. Much love, health, and peace to you all. We're going to go make a good morning tea. Is that code for what? No, we're actually going to make a tea. A green tea. Probably going to use like 5 bags and make it really strong. Put a little bit of agave. Touch of soy milk. Perfecto. You're welcome. Yeah, well, do you know that some people actually pay for those classes? Right, because remember back in the day where some people would get upset. They didn't like it. They'd have to be moved to other classes, and some people liked it. They wanted more of that. Right. So, do you know there are actually classes where people will pay for you to yell at them? Yeah, no, that is true. Like they'll sit in a chair and you yell at them. You tell them how fucking useless and stupid pieces of shit. You're fucking never going to amount to nothing. Who the fuck do you think you are? Right, that's pretty much what it is. And they pay people to do that. And then they want to get spanked with some big leaves. Right, so I mean, to each their own. If you have a problem with it, I'm sorry. Anyways, you're welcome. And this we're providing has a free service. So, yeah, if you have a problem with it, you don't have to listen to it. And if we were in a public space and you had a problem with it, we would remove ourselves. We would respect. That's how we roll. Right, yeah, like literally some people just weren't geared. Or, right, maybe tomorrow. Today, you need the quiet room. Yeah, so instead of going to the one with the loud, yeah, laughter, improv, people yelling, coffee cups are being thrown. Hold on. Yeah, we got a quiet room over there. They're playing some tones. They got rocks. You can sit and hum. They got coloring books. I kind of like that room sometimes too. I'm myself will kind of bring on that own ambiance throughout the day. We do it all, man. It's great. I know, how cool that we're able to. We're very grateful for that. Life is amazing, like literally, and how quickly just... Did I see who? I did see that article. He looks fantastic, huh? I didn't think that was a current picture. There's no way. Let me guess. Stem cells. Good diet. Yeah, that's what I figured. Less stress and a good diet. I mean, helps, yeah. Well, I think that's like a lot of them too. Kind of know that. So when people are like, well, Right. Well, it's not because, we're just rich and can afford a better diet. We got the stem cells. Oh. Is that like $20,000? If you want the good human stuff, right, you can get the cheaper animal stuff for like $2,000. How do you know, though? How do you know? They could be just telling you it's the human one and you're paying an extra $18,000. Isn't it sick that this even exists? Right, and how that's curtailing other businesses. Look at what they've been doing. Colostrum, Botox, stem cells, here, snail cum. And as you can see, it's like, wow. It makes it on the shelf, Unbelievable. All this time and energy, transportation, thought, time, money they put into their wrinkles. Think of just if a fraction of that got put into... I know, just think about it. It's almost like with the other example we were just using. Well, doing any of that they don't feel as though it benefits them any. Yeah, see, we see like humanity as a whole, peace on earth, kind of a thing. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's always going to be war and fighting, of course. And we're not some kind of weird eccentric that think, it's just going to be peace on earth and everybody's going to be dancing in flowers with Tiny Tim. Yeah, no. They say those things, though, and they perpetuate it, and they send out eccentrics. Like, they're going to make you maggots! They do it on fucking purpose, dude. And then when people just try to bring awareness and attention or education to those things, it totally gets bypassed, like the natural production of stem cells. So a lot of good things on that list, and boop, they attach to fasting. They want to starve the kids! It's that kind of fucking stupid bullshit we've been dealing with for years. Hey, you know what? He's a type 1 diabetic and he's autistic. And all those hot dogs and fried food, just maybe a little less. You're gonna kill them! They need their meat! I don't have a problem with some good healthy meat. I'm just saying it's a lot of hot dogs you're giving them. A lot of fast fried food. That's all. I was just saying maybe replace 1 or 2 of those meals a week with, I guess, some good options here. He tried one of those Beyond Burgers years back, remember? He loved it. It pissed them off because they were hoping that he would say, ew, gross, because they've only tried, right? They remember the old vegetable burgers that they don't think tastes anything like me. And you're trying to tell them, no, they're new and improved. It bleeds and everything. They put beet juice in it. It's freaking delicious. I can't tell the difference. Right, so anyways, yeah, Jamie gave it a 10 plus. He loved it. Yeah, and it pissed them off. And they sent him back the other way. They made him scared that I might kill him or give him a tree nut. Yeah, no, people know. They can see. And you fucking psychos around here trying to say it's not true. They see how fucking psychotic you are and how you just pat each other on the back and lick each other's assholes, and how many of you are involved with a lot of the fraud and ignorance and the drugs that plagues a lot of these communities here in America. Yeah, no, those are facts. They're simple fucking facts. So hopefully the proper authority bypassed the nasty, astute, well-spoken, sick fucking pukes around us that are protecting these pedos with our children. And they do what they can to report on the facts that we've been talking about to help people understand how that material's been being fed out to all these different networks. And many have been confused, all the fake and real stuff, and then the targeting of people. And then some of them using it as an excuse as, 2 birds with 1 stone. That's a non-vaxxer too. All right. Oh yeah, and that bitch. And the location. Yeah, we're actually trying to gaslight some people out of there. So perfect. Yeah, I know. It's like, there's investigators and people watching all of this, and these different groups all have their different reasons and justification. And they're like, you're all fucked. It's nothing personal. You taking sides with some druggy, disabled criminal? Take your paperwork up the road. Wipe your fucking nasty ass with it. All right. Much love, health, and peace, everybody. We're going to go make our tea. Thank you. You're welcome.